Hey everyone, today I'm going to be going over what I'm fixing in my sales process. I'm currently an influencer marketing agency owner and I'm making over $1 million every year. I have a bunch of different brands that I'm working with, and there's a lot which became very successful, like closing the deals, and there's a lot of them that flopped. And I'm going to tell you some of the mistakes that flopped, some things that made it successful, and hopefully you could learn something from it. First thing is I'm doing cold outreach, and that's how I got all my clients. When you book a call with someone, you have to always make sure the pre-call flow. You have to make sure it's proper pre-call flow. I'm happy to show you some examples of a pre-call flow. You should be over here. As you can see, what I like to do is I'd like to add either case studies, I like to add some type of value, or I like to add some FAQs. I even am experimenting with making some videos where I'm just talking a little bit about what we do, giving them some advice and tips for their own campaigns, and just sending them over to them as well as a follow-up, because people love value and people rather see that than see like, hey, just a reminder that your call's this time. Like, people don't like to see that usually. And people feel more incentivized to also join your meeting once you start sending valuable things, and that makes them excited to talk with you. So you have to make sure that you send 4 emails at minimum. I sent at least 4. One of them, which is a case study. The second one is, I think it's another case study, but this time it's saying something different. It's like a different type of case study. Talks about like, this is how we help them do this. But the first one is like, here's how we help them do that, right? And then the third email, I'm pretty sure was it was a tip, some like advice for them. And then the fourth one was an FAQ. So I would just give them a bunch of questions and answer the questions and send it over to them just to keep it easy, right? And then I'd have the call with them after those 4. And when you do 4 pre-call flow and you send all that stuff, you are going to have a boost in your show rates. Like I had a 71% show rate, and then now it's like 89%. This is when I'd have a call, and then in the call, I would ask them what's their problem. So me as an influencer marketing agency owner, I first came to space always being like, so, what do you want to do with influencer marketing? Where you guys at right now? How many more creators you want to add to your campaign? But I realized really, really quickly that I'm framing it as a nice to have rather than a problem. So the first thing I actually do when I go on sales calls is I ask them, what is your problem? And then it tell me very, very clearly what's their exact problem. A reminder in their brain that, oh, I'm not going to the sales call to just get something nice. I'm going to the sales call to fix my problem. And then understand what they tell you. If they have a really, really significant problem and you could probably sell them on this call, then pitch them. But if not, don't pitch them. I don't recommend it. From there, you could book a second call. If you didn't pitch them, book a second call to tell them, hey, I'm going to go over a proposal and something that'll work for you based on everything you told me. Or you pitch them and you think this person's ready to close. You could book a second call, but you don't have to. But if you want to book a second call, then book a second call to go over the proposal together, answer questions, sign the agreement on the call, and then just go from there. And then when you're going to book the second call, you're going to also want to do some more pre-call follow-ups so they remember. So this time you're going to do maybe 3 to 4 emails minimum. And then here what you're going to do is you could send over more advice, more valuable things. You could send over more client wins. People love to see that. You could send over some testimonials of like literally your clients talking really good about you. And you could put in the email, look at this video of one of my customers talking so good about me because I achieved on this. Feel free to check it out. And you could send over, basically the points should be really similar as the first pre-call flow, but this time just make sure it's like different things now. It can be other things of value. And then on the second call, if you booked another call, you can go over a sample of creators. You could go over a proposal and make sure you don't show all your creators that got them, because then they're going to be really picky and you're like, oh, these are the exact creators. And then they might want to even go and reach out to those creators themselves. So I don't recommend that unless you signed a non-complete clause before. But if you didn't, which I don't do, I should be doing it, then go over only a couple sample creators and then have their thoughts and opinions on it. Be like, the rest of the creators are going to be like these ones, same industry, same style. They like it. And then now you're going to sign a non-compete clause after you show them a few creators. And then after you sign a non-complete clause, what you're going to do from there is that you're going to show them the rest of the creators, the total 20 creators. And you're going to get their approval on the 20 creators. They already paid you money, so it's okay if you have to do some like back and forth. And then from there, you just run the campaign and get everything done in your time frame. But that's my simple sales process. It's super simple. I like to keep it simple because people like to overcomplicate it. People like to do things the wrong way. And that's what usually causes a deal to just completely flop. If you follow this step by step, you're almost guaranteed. Like, it's very, very simple. It's easy to do. And I have tried a bunch of different ways to I tried so many different strategies, so many different ways of a sales process, and this is the one that worked the absolute best for me. Anyways, if you guys like what I talked about, I'm going to talk about my current lead gen strategy and how I get leads, how I get people to message. So it's going to be the next video. Check it out, and I'll see you there.